Let's start with the resilience nigun. Let's try that. Flute shot. Yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, 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 yai, dai. Yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It is wonderful to be here together. We're going to begin our service with the singing of Hine Matov on page 10.
שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shabbat achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad.
Beautiful. And now I would love to invite up, we've never done this. I'd love to invite everybody up to come light the Shabbat candles because we don't have such a big group and I think it can be really special. So everybody come on up. Let's all light the Shabbat candles together. I think it'll be really nice. Wherever you're able to stand.
Feel the whole community.
We're going to be on page 5 or page 2. All right, whoever wants to, let's read together the first reading at the top. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. All right, Leora, do you want to light the candles? Yeah, come on up. So just hold this one and just use it to light the other two, okay? Yeah, you got it. Awesome. One more. Oh, then sometimes they go out. It's not your fault. Good. Beautiful. And then we'll all sing the blessing together.
Okay, let's listen for the flickering candle light in the piano. Blessed are you who commands us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahat ligner v'tzivanu v'tzivanu lahat ligner shel Shabbat shel Shabbat. Blessed are you who commands us to kindle the lights on Shabbat.
Wonderful. And since you're all already up here, why don't we all do the Kiddush together as well? Vernon's going to hold the Kiddush cup. All right, let's do it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Baruch Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinhelanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom tehillah lemikra kodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen.
Beautiful, L'chaim. All right, everyone, please be seated. Thank you so much for being spontaneous with us on this Shabbat. It was so nice to have us all up here. I get lonely sometimes. We are now going to turn to Lecha Dodi on page 20 as we celebrate Shabbat. We know that Stephanie was the Sabbath bride tonight. We're all going to sing together now.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. La 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 lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu elam yuvad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem yitifaret v'lita la 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 lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Likrat Shabbat leful v'nilcha, ki hi mekor habraha, merosh miketem nesuha, socha aseh b'machshava tehila la 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 lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala.
Please rise as you're able.
Ohi v'shalom ateret bahala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, togimunei am segula, boi hala. Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. La 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 lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabala.
And now we turn to the Hatzi Kaddish on page 26.
Yitkadav yitkadash shemei Rabba, ve'omad yivrach yiruteh ve'yamlich malhuteh, b'chayechon u'vyomechon Chaye Dechol Beit Israel. Ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, ve'yimru amen. Yehi Shemei Rabba Mevarach, le'alam al me'amaya, Yitbarak, Yitbarak ve'yishtabach, Ve'itpa'ar ve'yitroman ve'yitnaseh, ve'yithadar ve'yithaler ve'yithalal, Shemei Dekudashah Brihu, Le'elamim kol birchata v'shirata, Tuv shvechata v'nehemata, Damiram be'alma, Ve'yimaru, amen.
And now on page 28, we pray our call to worship, the Baruch Hu.
Nai 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 nai. Nai 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 nai. Nai 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 nai. Nai 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 nai. Ah 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 ah. Et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai nai 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 yai nai. Yai nai 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 nai.
And now on page 31, we have two readings. I'd love to ask for a volunteer if somebody would like to lead us in one of the English readings. That would be wonderful. You can pick the one that you'd like to read. Thank you, Ted.
I'll start at the top of the page, I guess. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. And then on page 33, if you want to pass the mic, if somebody else would like to lead us in one of those English readings. Thank you.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. And now we turn to page 34 for the holy words of Shema. together the Ve'ahavta on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובחשבונך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר נוהים מצווך היום על לבביך ושינתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך ובטאתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי וייתן קדושים לאלוהיהם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
And now we pray responsively on page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות אוסיף עליך, נורא תהילות אוסיף עליך אדוני.
Turn now to Hashkivenu on page 42. We have back-to-back Dan Nichols over here. Yeah. Rocking the Dan Nichols.
Ooh,
but
you know what? I changed it to Taubman. Sorry.
What do you say?
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Ushmor Tetzeinu Uvoeinu שלום בעת עבירה השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים.
This one will be Dan Nichols, right? Yes. Okay. Yes. Now we've got Dan Nichols, page 45. We just have so many wonderful melodies, so it's exciting to guess which ones will be the melodies that we sing together. But this will be Dan Nichols on page 45 as we bring Shabbat in. Please rise as you're able.
Away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Adonai Sifatai, Sifatai Tivtah, Ufi Yagita Hilatah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei HaKol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magin
Baruch atah Adonai Magin Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayim Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Baal Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Meimid Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'emana Talachayot
HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mekayeh ha'akol.
Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukedoshim b'chol yom yechalu chasela.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh.
Please be seated. On page 55, together, may these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. And may all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve and reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. And now our hearts turn to gratitude. If anybody would like to share something that they are feeling grateful for in this moment in time, we would love to hear it. Anybody want to share? I'm feeling really grateful that Joyce raised her hand.
I'm feeling very grateful that one of my piano majors went to Tokyo and brought me back 2 packs of ramen from Tokyo.
Anyone else? Yes, thank you.
I'm very grateful to be here tonight. I was brought to put in the sanctuary. I'm here tonight with my daughter, and it's very fun.
That is so special. Wonderful. We're so glad that you're here. Yeah, thank you for coming. Anyone else want to share anything? Yes.
I'm grateful that I got to sit in the sukkah, or at least stand in the sukkah, because I haven't been in the sukkah this season.
Yeah, it was so nice for those of you who were able to join. We were in the sukkah before the service, so thank you. It was really wonderful to be together on Sukkot in the sukkah. Yes.
I'm grateful for family and friends who've been very supportive this past week during some hard times.
Aw, thank you. Well, I am very grateful that it is almost Simchat Torah for many reasons. It's a wonderful holiday. And now we are going to turn to Shalom Rav, a prayer for peace, on page 60.
Shalom Rav, all Israel Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, all Israel Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Ki atahu melech Adon, lecho hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon, lecho hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'ho'ed u'b'hol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Raham al Israel Amcha, Tasim Leolam, Tasim Leolam, Tasim Leolam.
And now we take some time to think about all of those who are in need of healing, and we hold them in our hearts, and we pray that we will be inspired to support them during these tough times. We pray for Shari Craig, Meredith Gauntz, Herb Kosterlitz, Marjorie Mitchell, Pam Sekris, Svi Dov Ben Benjamin Vishendel, Julie Weaver. We pray for Madeline Arabia, Patty Bregman, Gypsy Skylar Cardozo, Rusty Cluck, Tom Coates, Vicky Fuchs, Alyssa Freeman, Robert Friedman, Jordana Fuller, Terry Gilner, Stephen Goldstein, Barbara Hansen, Kara Herbst, Abraham Kabik, Stephen Kerr, Jimmy Lambert, Adeline Lowenthal, Marcia Machevitz, Matthew Sternberg Lee, Mark Lyman, Paisley Lewis, Adeline Lowenthal, Anna Power, Betty Schroeder, Lori Sarah, Meryl Stern, Liviana Sulzer, Lyda Tate, Goldie Thompson, Eugenia Wands, Nancy Cher Weiss. If you are praying for someone who is in need of healing, please hold them in your hearts now or whisper their name aloud as we turn to Misha Berach on page 253.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor HaBraha Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Tenu Mekor HaBraha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say
We take a moment now for silent prayer. Say shalom b'romav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'yakol Yisrael, ve'yakol
כל יושבי תבל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום ברומא, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ויאמרו אמן. Shalom ברומא, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ויאמרו אמן.
There was once a rabbi who lived with his son near the woods. Every day the boy would go out into the woods and wander around. The father always told his son, "Be careful." He worried about him and he wanted to make sure that his son was safe. One day, the rabbi sat down with his son and said, "My son, why do you go out into the woods every day? I worry about you so much because I don't know what lives in the woods. Tell me, son, why do you go there? Why do you spend so much time in the woods?" And the boy said, "I go there to find God." And the father was so relieved, and he said, "Well, that's a very good thing." And he was smiling. But he said, "My son, don't you know that God is the same everywhere?" "Yes," the boy answered, "but I'm not." The holiday, Sukkot, invites us to spend more time outside in nature. And maybe we will feel similarly to this little boy, that when we spend time in nature that we're different. And possibly we can have a different connection with God, with spirituality, even with ourselves, just by getting out of routine and doing something different. It gives us the chance, spending time in a sukkah and being outside, to just be in a different setting. Maybe take our TVs and our phones and our screens and put them aside and just be able to be present and enjoy the wonderful sounds and feelings around us as we express awe for the beauty of the world. We know that oftentimes in life we are so busy and stressed that we can't really appreciate the sounds of the birds chirping, the beauty of a sunset, the feeling of our feet in the grass or on the sand, or the cool breeze on our cheeks. We miss out on such wonderful and awesome experiences in nature that could awaken our souls and help us to connect to something bigger than ourselves. There is a Jewish text, one of my favorite texts, that says, and I think I've shared this with many of you before, just as the hand held before the eye can hide the tallest mountain, so the routine of everyday life can keep us from seeing the vast radiance and the secret wonders that fill the world. Our own hand in front of our face may blind us from seeing that wonderful, glorious mountain. And we can see that in the same way, we get in our own ways sometimes of being uplifted and experiencing holy moments all around us in nature as we're just busy with routine, or as I said, that we're stressed out and we have so much going on. But we don't want to miss those precious moments. And this is one of the gifts of Sukkot, that it invites us to go out in nature and we leave behind that routine of our everyday lives and we shift mindsets and hopefully feel a sense of peace and a sense of joy. And so I want you to spend some time now and think about what is one place outside in nature that you have been to in your whole life that you felt like you had a really moving and powerful experience. And I want you to think about that place, take a minute, and then if you're sitting with people around you that you feel comfortable sharing with, I would love for you to share that place with somebody. And I think in sharing those stories with one another of how we felt and where we were and what it stirred inside of us, it will remind us of the power of nature and hopefully inspire us to make it a point to spend more time in nature, as the holiday Sukkot reminds us. So please get with those around you, or if you would like to just privately reflect, that's okay too. We're just going to take about 3 or 4 minutes. All right. Well, thank you everybody for taking time to share. I hope these were meaningful conversations, and I hope again that it just reminds us how good we can feel when we're out in nature. Most of us. I mean, I know not everybody loves it, but for many of us, I think it can be very peaceful and beautiful. So take that time. Put that on your Google Calendar or your to-do list. Go to the beach, go to take a hike. It's good for us, and it's healthy mentally and spiritually. So thank you so much. And we are now going to turn to Aleinu on page 282. I'd like to invite up anybody who would like to open the ark doors.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'teit gedula le'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kagoye haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kahol hamonam, va'anaknu korim, umishtaklavim umordim, lifnei melech, machei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai, L'melech kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo
And we remain standing now as you are able as we turn to page 294. And now we take time to think of all of those dear loved ones who have died, who we remember. We hold them in our hearts. We pray that as we miss them most, we will be comforted by family, by friends, and by community, and that none of us will feel alone in our mourning. We remember the following loved ones who have died in recent days: Abraham Kabik, Dr. Jesse Palmer, Alan Lyman, Albert Katz. We commemorate the yahrzeits of Max Cohen, Shepard Hugh Cutler, Don Irwin, Thelma Irwin, Leonora Fetter, Martin Friedrich, Sol Geller, Selma Getz, Leonore Harris, Carol Heller, Rebecca Jacobus, Meyer Layton, Betty Leibowitz, Celia Lehman, Shirley Lerner, Charles Lubeck, Joseph Reeder, Ruth Rifkin, Rosa Rothstein, Erwin Stanton Salzer, Isidore Schulhoff, Nathan Schulhoff, Robert Schwartz, Irving Sirota, Charlotte Singer, Desmond Trenner, Irene Whale, Philip Wallach, Abraham Molotsky, Aislinn Zeimer, Esther Zumberg. If you are remembering a loved one and you would like to share their name aloud or in your heart, please feel comfortable now.
Linda Novak, Violette Myers.
We turn now to the mourner's Kaddish as we hold all of those dear loved ones in our hearts. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'hayehon uvyohemahon uv'chayei dehol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush v'chata v'nehemata. Da miram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Mim Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'imromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. May their memories always be for a blessing. Please be seated. And now we invite Jason to share some announcements with us tonight. And it's been such a pleasure having you and Leora here. Thank you so much. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
So, my name's Jason Palmer. I'm the board rep this evening for services. A couple of announcements coming up. First, thank you, Rabbi Mangold, Joyce, for such a beautiful, meaningful service. We appreciate so much that you give to this community, so thank you very, very much. Make plans to celebrate Simchas Torah with us on Sunday here in the sanctuary at 9:30. Arrive a little early for our Brotherhood Schmooze, starting at 8:45. For those that don't know what the Brotherhood Schmooze is, we grab a little food, we get together, we celebrate, have some fun together before services. We'll also honor our youngest students with consecration at the Sunday morning service. If you have kids or grandkids under the age of 5, TBE Tots is having a Simchas Torah party at 10:15 a.m. on Sunday as well. Monday, October 17th at 9:30 a.m. we'll be hosting Temple B'nai Israel for a joint festival morning service celebrating Simchas Torah Shmini Esret that will include a Yizkor service. Feel free to join us in person or online. Tuesday will kick off, pun intended, our TBE walks again. Join Rabbi Mangold and your TBE friends for a joyous morning walk at 9 a.m. at Boca Ciega Millennium Park. For details and last-minute weather updates, please see our website. Lastly, for our boomers born between 1946 and 1964, we are planning a wonderful afternoon at the Florida Orchestra playing Abbey Road by the Beatles. Ticket sales have been extended till next Wednesday, so make sure to go onto the website and lock in your tickets. For more Connection events, be sure to regularly check our website, weekly emails, and our social media pages. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. We turn now to our closing song, Hey Venu Shalom Aleichem.
Hey, Venu Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Venu Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Venu Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Venu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Venu Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Venu Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Venu Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Venu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thanks for
Shabbat
coming, and Hag
Shalom.
Sameach.
Hag Sameach.